the pass. He's got a man going down the sideline. Looks for him. It will be, oh, almost intercepted. Todd Traxler, who leads the LeCenter defense with 7 interceptions on the year, almost had another one.
That was bomb. That's bombs away all the way here, Bob, if you'll take a look at it. Dropping back and got a little pressure, but stepped up in the pocket. Pretty hard to throw against the 3 deep zone late in the ball game like this. I just don't see any way they're going to get that ball down there. Kind of an alley-oop thing.
2nd down and 10, and now we are under the 1-minute mark in the 4th quarter, and breaking free is number 37, Dave Liebel. Todd Traxler on the tackle. Here it is again.
Excellent play, excellent run. Once again, it's power offense, straight ahead. Big back that runs very hard.
Here's the give up the middle to Sleddy, and rather that's Dave Liebel, and Liebel is now inside the 15-yard line, so Mahnomen wants to get on that scoreboard and break that 6-game shutout streak of the LeCenter defense. Todd Anderson and Keith Blasco on the tackle.
I have a hunch that LeCenter would like to keep him out of there too.
They'd love to have that shutout.
This is the same play they ran before, straight ahead. Good strong running, but look at the swarming defense. And you know, it takes that. They're not very big, and those big backs come hammering up in there. It takes 2, 3 of them to get them down. As you said earlier, I can see where Mahnomen has been an awfully good football team and why they're here.
Well, we know at this point, with 41 seconds remaining, that the Class B championship pretty much wrapped up by LeCenter. We do have a player down on the field. I don't know if this was after the play. Dave Liebel, who was the runner on the play, just collapsed on the field. I don't know if Liebel was moved from guard to play fullback earlier this year and has done great in the transition. But now he's down on the field, and we have to see what the problem is.
I hope it's a matter that he's just out of gas, and sometimes that happens. He's been a pretty good workhorse.
Well, he's a good blocker. He does an awful lot of the blocking for Charlie Stock. He's up. He appears to be all right. He'll walk off the field under his own power. Well, now the question is, can the LeCenter defense keep their 6-game shutout string going? And they're going to have to work for it.
Not being scored on in the 4th quarter. Isn't that another big record?
That's also, they haven't been scored on in the 4th quarter in a long time. 41 seconds remaining, 2nd down and 1. With the ball on the 13-yard line, and Mahnomen wants to get into that end zone. They want to leave this Metrodome with at least a little bit of a sweet taste in their mouth. Muckenhern looks into the end zone, and it's deflected and goes high up into the air, and it'll be incomplete. And it appears number 55, Steve Dwyer, all over this field in this game.
That's my boy. He's everywhere. I really like him. He comes to play. Straight drop back, forcing it down inside there a little bit, but watch Dwyer right there. Tips the ball. The receiver was pretty well covered anyway.
I think Traxler would have had a chance in intercepting that football if it hadn't have been tipped up by Steve Dwyer, number 55.
Yeah.
You see the decals on his helmet, and those are for making great plays. And
meritorious
as you can tell,
service.
he's made a few.
Yeah, he's a dandy. That whole team, that whole defense, they impressed me.
I think what happened here, that we have a stoppage of play, is that they ran that play, and it appears to me that they didn't start the clock. That it was 41 seconds when the play began, and now maybe they'll tick off a couple of seconds. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Well, now they've got 37 minutes on the clock. There you go, 37 minutes. There, now we go, 37 seconds. The timekeeper forgot to stop the clock, so now we have 37 seconds remaining. 3rd down and 1. Ball on the 13-yard line. The LeCenter trying to hold on to the shutout. Muckenhern trying to take that shutout away from him. Muckenhern. They give up the middle to Liebel. Liebel's inside the 10-yard line, and he has the 1st down. The 1st and goal for Mahnomen. Mike McMillan and Steve Reibel on the tackle. Now Mahnomen starting to substitute. 26 seconds remaining now. This is Muckenhern. Gives, almost fumbled. Charlie Stock is pulled down at the 8-yard line. Well, the fans are starting to, especially on the far side of the field for the center, Steve Dwyer on the tackle. The fans, I think, realize the fact that they want to get this shutout because they're really getting into this. Muckenhern, number 15.
This is their last time out, too.
Number 79 of Mahnomen, Vince Olson. He's over 300 pounds also. You saw him in there.
Yes.
And the cheer that you hear, the roar, is coming from the far side of the field where the Le Center fans are really having a good time, as they know that that Class B championship is just a mere 18 seconds away. Their first ever, first time in the tournament. Small team, the smallest team to make it to the finals. I forget what they average, but it's something like 160 pounds or something, 150 pounds?
65.
65 pounds a man. This is Muckenhern. Muckenhern rolls to his left, looking for a receiver. Downs the ball. Nobody there. Dave Pudwell on the play, putting the pressure.
I think he hit him just about the time he's throwing it. He grounded the ball, I think, from the blow.
That'll bring down, it'll be 3rd and goal now for Mahnomen. The ball just about on the 8-yard line. Muckenhern with Liebel and Stock in the backfield. Rolls left, pushes Liebel out of his way. He's going to keep it, and he is out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Cal, I thought he had a chance to turn the corner and get in there. Dwyer on the tackle again, and it looks like Muckenhern is hurt. Muckenhern is holding on to his leg, and this could be it for Kenny Muckenhern. Steve Dwyer on the tackle, and he is a hard hitter.
Yeah, he was. I thought he might get it in. It was run all the way going to the corner. Watch the hit.
Oh, what a tremendous play.
Excellent play.
Well, that kept him from turning the corner because he did have some running room to maybe catch that just the smallest part of the corner of the end zone.
Looks like he might have something on the thigh from that shoulder pad.
Well, there's only 3 seconds remaining, and Muckenhern on the day, 12 rushes for 29 yards. Tried to pass 5 times, but was unable to complete any of those passes, and he also had 1 interception, which was very important for Le Center. Now you can see the Le Center team, they're starting to celebrate just a little bit. I think they just looked up at the clock and saw that there's only 5 seconds remaining here in the game. It was 3. The clock, the scoreboard keeper, I don't know what he's doing with that clock, but 5 seconds remaining, and then Le Center will be crowned the Class B champion. Le Center 11-0.
And still unscored upon. However,
well, that
one more
is
play.
right. There's one more play. One more play, and it would mean 9 shutouts total for the year. 7 shutouts in a row. They have shut out their opponents in their last 6 games.
Ankle. Looks like an ankle.
Fourth down and 4.
This is kind of interesting. This is kind of interesting. Kind of exciting to see.
Brueggemann, number 10. Brueggemann is the new quarterback. He replaces Muckenhern. Brueggemann. 5 seconds to play. This will probably be the final play of the game. Up the middle. Touchdown! On the final play of the game. Mahnomen scores. Charlie Stock, I believe it was, and they snapped the shutout string, but I don't think it's going to dampen the spirits of the Le Center Wildcats.
I'm happy they got in. That's just straight old power play, straight ahead, hammered in there, and all that has to happen is the nose of the ball hit the chalk, and that's exactly what happened. And I'm glad they scored. They came here to win. At least they scored. I really didn't want to see them get shut out.
So Mahnomen leaves the Metrodome with a little sweeter taste in their mouth. Brueggemann at quarterback, going for the 2-point conversion. Looks, throws. It is no good, and the game is over. Le Center is the Class B champion. That was Liebel on the touchdown. Liebel scored the touchdown for Mahnomen. The shutout string is snapped, but that really doesn't matter at this point. Mahnomen, I'm sure, Cal, will be saying to themselves, we could have had drives like that the entire game if we hadn't have fumbled and hadn't have killed ourselves with penalties.
Absolutely. You've got to give the center a lot of credit. They were outmanned, outweighed, and scrappy as the Dickens, and that's exactly what they wanted on, just being scrappy. But Mahnomen destructed their own opportunities with their fumbles and penalties at the most inopportune times.
Ken Bauman runs across the field, and he's going to shake the hand
Jerry
of the
Walsh
head coach. Walskog congratulates Ken. They both had fine seasons, and there you see it, the traditional ride on the field on the shoulders of his players. And as small as Le Center is, that's a heck of a feat, just getting their coach up in the air.
That's right. He's got this big playbook with him, and I asked him, Misty, what do you got in that book? And he said, I got so many plays I can't remember all myself. He's really done a great job of bringing those youngsters along. Great versatility. A lot of imagination in the things that he did. An excellent coaching job.
Well, there you see Mahnomen. They certainly have nothing to be ashamed of. They just made a couple of mistakes, and that's just part of the game. It can always be costly. And there you see it. That's what Le Center's been working for the entire year. They come into the game undefeated. They're still undefeated, and now for the first time ever, they'll be taking that trophy back home to Le Center. And now let's go down to the field for the awarding of the trophy.
Assisted by Orv Bies of the Minnesota State High School League, will make the presentation to Mahnomen. Will the captains from Mahnomen please come forward to receive silver medals and the runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Mahnomen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your attention is directed to the area in front of the Le Center section.
No doubt about it, Le Center really happy. First-timers, and they win the championship.
It's got to be a great thrill, and of course a great disappointment from Mahnomen. But as you indicated, Bob, they did nothing to be ashamed of, and I thought it was nice that they scored at the end. I'm glad they did. They've come along when they worked awfully hard to be here, and as you indicated too, the fact that they were here, that's something they'll be able to tell their grandchildren. First team, high school team that ever played here.
Well, the turnovers, the big key difference, no doubt about it. And now we're going to try to go to some highlights. I believe they're ready. We're going to look at some highlights from this game. Of course, Le Center winning this game by a score of 12-6. And of course, in the second half, I think the big story was the turnovers. This is Anderson.
Right after the turnover, as you said, they went right to work throwing the football, which they indicated at halftime they were going to have to do. And that puts them down in pretty good position to score. And I think that this next one is a dandy. This is the fake. Beautiful job. It's a naked reverse by the quarterback, and he had a run-pass option. Threw the ball very well to Palmquist, who scored the touchdown. And they missed the two-pointer. Palmquist dropped the two-pointer. Then, of course, Mahnomen did an awfully good job of moving the ball all day, but then this happened to him time and time again. And that was just a good hat-on-the-ball fumble. And a very opportune time for, once again, for Le Center to take over. This is Traxler. Anderson, from Anderson again for a touchdown. Beautiful pass, right on the money, 42 yards. Excellent. Into the fourth quarter.
Mahnomen now looking, trying to move the football, and they have to go to the air, something they don't do very often. And this is Palmquist with the interception.
Interception. And once again, throwing the ball deep against that three-deep zone was very difficult. And they were trying to play catch-up football, and I guess that's something that they weren't geared to do very well. This is their touchdown. 2 seconds to go, and as I indicated, I'm happy for them. Kind of anticlimactical for them as a team, but I'm sure they, like you said, they went out of here with a better taste in their mouth than they would have had they been shut out.
Liebel with a 4-yard run. In the final here, of course, Le Center wins the Class B championship game by a score of 12-6.